It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Highmark Stadium near the shores of Lake Erie. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a third-round pick in 2018. He's made a handful of starts across his 5 previous seasons. Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
Throwing right away is Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Rudolph. The fire move. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. Deontay Hardy back deep. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Allen off the play fake. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Now he'll escape to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Rudolph's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Finding Pickens for another catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rudolph looking to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 44-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Rudolph now to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Rudolph. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to the air, Rudolph. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Yeah, here come the Bills. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They start the drive with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at it and right up the middle.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's got room past the 30, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. He gets it complete to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. James Cook running back out now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st down, Allen. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Dancing to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shaquille. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. Shoves him away. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Second down and a yard. Allen. He's got a full head of steam. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle during the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Here's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Gregory Rousseau picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Rudolph. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. They're going for it. This is Harris. Now he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Well, he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. They'll pick up a 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So now the Steelers down 13-7, a minute 54 on the clock. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. Pass complete to Harris. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing here, Rudolph. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Rudolph. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Rudolph. Got his man, it's Warren. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Rudolph. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Rudolph now to throw. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now it's the Bills' turn, trailing by a point. A little over 30 seconds remaining. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. To throw is Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
He was presented by Patrick Peterson.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Allen. That's taken in by Knox. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play. Now Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Allen. That is caught by Shakir. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Let's do it. Let's go. I've seen that play a couple of times already. Make it work for it. Let's do this. Who's going to make a play?
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This a long one in the elements here in the snow. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Well, this one probably was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spare.
Fun if you want, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter